Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Smite Pros and Cons. This is the series where I sort of teach you how to play a certain god or goddess and mainly give you the pros and cons of their abilities, themselves overall, and of course their passive and whatnot. And along the way you can kind of see, some items and whatnot, but the whole item situation is just, that's my super build. So go check that out if you want to build for Kumbhakarna and whatnot. But yes, we have Kumbhakarna here. It was requested. Okay, Raw, you're derpy. It was requested god to do in this series. I will get to all gods eventually, but every now and then I mainly just go to the whoever asks first, or yeah, I go to whoever asks first, and then I just I'd obviously do it before other gods. So let's get a move on. Oh man, I like that. So starting with this one, as you just see there, if you're building kind of magey or kind of bruiser magey, whatever you call it, and put points into your one, it can do a fair bit of damage, especially early on. And just overall, if you can knock an enemy minion into an enemy god. Besides that, if you just kind of like chest pump the enemy god, it's not going to do that much damage. That's sort of a con to it. But we should just focus on the pros for now. But pros, definitely, it does pretty okay clearing. As you see there, it kind of chunked them quite a bit. So that's definitely a pro to it. It kind of also acts as like a dash. You can use it aggressively or defensively running away. So it's definitely the pros of that. Besides that, it's not really much. As you can see, the damage scaling here is fairly nice. So moving to the pros of his 2. The pros of his 2 is obviously just the rooting factor in that. It's more used as far as combination with other abilities. A great combo with Kumbhakarna is stunning them with your 3, mesmerize or whatever you want to call it, and then use your ulti, and then right before they land, start charging up your 2, and then just drop it as soon as they drop on the ground. Then they're going to be rooted. So that's going to allow, them, for the enemy god to take a moderate amount of damage, and also for your enemy team or your ally teammates to get to you and start damaging as soon as you root them and they land down. And it's up to you if you want to, chest bump them for a little extra damage. Although if you don't knock a minion into them, it's not going to do that great of damage, honestly. So here's the combination I was talking about. Right there, and then chest pump. It does okay, as you just saw there. It's not the best, but that's because I'm building mage. If you're building tank, you're not going to do much damage at all. So moving on to the pros of his 3, it's pretty obvious that this thing is a massive mesmerize, and it's a very scary thing because you know it's coming when Kumbhakarna is coming. And what's even scarier, if you get greater blink, and you want to stay very far back from Kumbhakarna if he has blink on him, because the Kumbhakarna is going to blink in, and then he's going to use his 3, which is going to knock out at your entire enemy team, which is, it's really good for just a very large CC presence. Now obviously it's a mesmerize, so if they take damage, it's going to, they're not going to be rooted anymore, or stunned rather, but they will be slowed by 40%. So that kind of makes up for it, for being, if they get damaged, then they, I can't see, for them being damaged, and then you can no longer, I forgot what I was going to say actually. It's like when Raw blinded me, I just kind of like lost focus. It's kind of like the it's like Men in Black when you get hit by their little laser beam, you just kind of forget everything. That's what happened to me. So I forgot what I was saying just then, honestly. So basically the pros to it: a huge CC factor, which works really great in combination of other abilities, such as I keep talking about. Use your 3 ulti. Once they land, use your 2, chest pump them with your 1, and just follow it from there. So moving on to the pros of his 4, his ulti is definitely just, you can knock a player totally out of just the team fight. It's really great. If you don't like somebody in a big team fight, just knock them into the sky. They'll come back sometime later, and then if their teammates are near them, they'll get damaged as well as soon as that god lands down. Get out of here, Raw. So we're gonna do it here right again. Okay, so like the mistakes I was doing before with Kumbhakarna is I wasn't mesmerizing them first. That's a really big thing you want to do, is mesmerize you target first. Didn't use your ulti. Now your ulti does have a dash, but if you notice, Kumbhakarna is slow as hell, so you're not going to really charge somebody from a great distance and then land your ulti on them. So that's a big thing I want to say, and it's also kind of a complaint, is you kind of have to rely on your Mesmerize to get anything done. Now you can use your Chew to kind of root them, but as you see here, it takes long as hell to drop that. So, I mean, the bonus to it is you can't be knocked up. Certain interrupts and CC don't affect Kumbhakarna in his Chew. I'm not sure of all of them, but I'm pretty sure he could probably be stunned while it's trying to land. So that's kind of a big deal there, or con. But yeah, damage-wise, it does pretty good damage if you build some mage, some magical items. Does good damage. If you build him straight tank, he sucks as far as damage. Overall, he is the worst god as far as damage, or not worst god. How can I say it? The worst guardian as far as damage-wise trying to build tank. The top would probably be Ares if you build all tanky aura items and cooldown reduction and get blink and all that wonderful stuff. Then you're just gonna do awesome. So as you saw there, I almost didn't make it to him as far as with the ulti. So that's what I'm trying to say. He's kind of slow with that. Okay, so go over here, do that, do that, do that. So that kind of covered all the pros. Is, you know, knock somebody out, and it does moderate damage. Just take somebody out of the team fight. Okay, alright. Calm down, Phoenix. So I'm gonna back real quick. Now the con, starting with this one, is it doesn't do that great of damage. It does great lane clear, but besides that, it's honestly not the best as far as damage. I'm just gonna build lifesteal because I'm cool like that. So that's a thing. It doesn't do that great of damage. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the pro is definitely acts as a good dash. You can dash aggressively or defensively. Like I said, I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but yeah. Cons, it doesn't do that great damage, and that's pretty much it too. For his cons for 2, it's like I said before, it's slow as hell trying to land that thing on somebody. But you kind of have to rely on your 3 to get your other things off and deal wonderful damage and CC with that. Oh, I love Poly. So moving on to the cons of his 3, there is no cons. Simply, his 3 is just absolutely amazing. There's not much wrong with it. Besides, if the enemy takes damage, then they're no longer mesmerized, and they can walk away, but 40% slower. So, only cons with that. Cons with his ulti, if you don't build any magical damage as a tank, which, you know, it's kind of obvious, but it's not going to do that great of damage. It can sometimes be tedious to land, but like I said before, you kind of want to rely on them already being stunned, slowed by either you or your friendlies. Now, as far as his passive go, I mean, pros with that is it's kind of hard to kill you with definitely with his passive. Why did I just buy a ward? Cons of his passive is pretty much if you're fighting, you know, somebody with great attack speed, it's kind of useless. But like I said, pro, definitely kind of hard to kill you, and allows your teammates to catch up to you and help you out. So overall, pros versus cons for Kumbhakarna, what I think of him in general, is he's a damn tanky guardian. I have to say that. His base scaling and everything is absolutely awesome. Is he noob friendly? Somewhat noob friendly. You're probably gonna get annoyed because he does no damage building tank and whatnot. But yeah, just a big tip. Just kind of rely on your 3, and please get greater blink. If you're not sure what to get greater blink, go to actives, go to blink, and it's the top left. Never buy this crappy combat blink unless if you're a squishy mage, pretty much. Greater blink, 45 seconds, this 180 seconds. You can get why I hate combat blink. So, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.